one of the methods I've been working on for some time is a method that will help us to make better, faster decisions. I call this method that I've developed the ProConCloud. You might ask, well, where did it evolve from? And if you think about it, still today, when we are facing a very difficult decision, we still tend to think about using the ProCon method as a way of helping us think through that decision. So we list the pros and we list the cons and we find some way of making a decision. Well, the ProCon method was originally documented by Benjamin Franklin over 250 years ago. And it brings with it some clear benefits. One of the clear benefits is if you are stuck in terms of making a decision about whether to go on a diet or to take a new job or maybe to move to a different area or even country, the method is very simple. Is divide a page into two. On the top, write all the pros of that change, and below it all the cons. And then the advice of Benjamin Franklin was to kind of use some mental arithmetic and to cancel them out and see what remains. But what's the real benefit of doing that? Well, we get overwhelmed when we're trying to keep all of that stuff in our mind. So there's a clear benefit of writing it down. And the benefit is that it very quickly exposes our confirmation bias. So we tend to make a decision and then rationalize it, rather than objectively looking at all the factors and then making a decision. So when we are asked to write down all the pros and cons, and I've got 20 pros and 1 con, it probably means that either this is a very obvious decision to make, I should definitely go for it, or actually I probably have been paying attention too much to the pros because I've already decided this is what I want to do. And the ProCon method then encourages me to say, well, spend a bit more time. There must be some additional cons, else you would have made this decision a long time ago. So there's clearly some benefits of it, but there's also some limitations. And the limitations is that if I cannot find some common utility in terms of money or time to compare the pros and cons, how do I make a decision? So that will just help me to get clarity about why I'm stuck, why I have ambivalence around this decision, but it doesn't actually help me to resolve it. Well, Dr. Eli Goldratt, the creator of theory of constraints, came up with a method which he called the evaporating cloud, and that method was designed specifically to help us make decisions. He looked at what's the change that you feel pressured to make versus the alternative, and then what are the needs that each of those satisfy and the common objective. That method by itself has some benefits in that it helped us to expose some of the assumptions below the conflict that we face, but it also had some limitations. And essentially what the ProConCloud method is about combining these methods to keep the benefits of the previous methods, but to address their limitations.